Hello and welcome back to Little Drops of Wonderful. This is my channel where I talk about all things crochet and knitting and all the other crafts and lovely things like that I enjoy. My Little Drops of Wonderful, that's where the channel name comes from. I'm standing in front of a giant box. This is a bath panel. I'm waiting for someone to come and collect it. They misadvertised it on their website, it's the wrong size. So I'm waiting for DPD to come, which means I'm stuck in the house 9 till 5 unless they come early. So I thought we'd have a little chat and catch up. It is Monday the 13th of January today, and I don't think you could have a date that sounds more depressing. It's a good job I like January as a month, but yeah, Monday the 13th of January. Let me put this down and we'll have a proper little chat. Oh, it's a bit low down, isn't it? That's a bit better. Yeah, so happy New Year, though by the time you're watching this it'll be February, and I've decided I'm going to try and do something that I've wanted to do in a while. I haven't filmed for this channel at the time of speaking since the end of November because I wanted to concentrate on doing Vlogmas, which was brilliant. I had so much fun over on my vlogging channel, This Little Wonderful Life. But it means I'm a bit behind, and then I was intending to film a podcast at the beginning of January, right in the first week, to catch you up on what I've been making and so on. But I got really sick, and really now, 2 weeks into January, I'm still not feeling 100%, but I am a lot better. So I will be filming a podcast, which you probably would have seen before you see this, because what I want to try and do is, I watch a lot of videos, not necessarily about knitting and crochet, where people film what they're up to in their niche, whether that's booktube or other types of crafts, throughout the month, and then put it together as a monthly kind of vlog at the end of each month. And I really like that format, so I thought I'd just try filming it. I've wanted to try filming something like that for a while, so I'll be talking about all of the crochet and knitting and crafty stuff that I'm up to as I'm doing it, and then I'm going to put it together in one big video for you to watch at the end of January or beginning of February. So I'm starting this halfway through January because I just haven't been able to do anything until now. I just haven't been well enough. However, I have managed to get a fair amount of knitting and crochet done. Well, not knitting, we'll get to that in a minute. Crochet done and other crafts. So I thought I'd just catch you up a little bit on where I am at this point in January, and then I'll take you through the rest of the month with me. So first of all, I want to mention that I had an absolutely fantastic time with my advents. I treated myself to 3 different yarn advents at Christmas 2024. I had the advent from the Curated Yarn Company, lovely Stevie, and hers was themed retro Christmas cocktail party. Or so, those words, maybe not in that order, but it was fantastic, and I'm going to show you what I'm making with that in a minute. I also treated myself, as I do every year, to my friend Suzanne at Green Lumpkin Yarn. She does an advent which you can buy month on month. So you buy, every month you pay for it and you get 3 and you do it throughout the year. And this year, or last year, it was Enchanted Forest themed. And I've finished my project with that one, which I shall show you in a second. Everything's I will show you in a second, isn't it? But I promise you I will. I'll start flashing yarn and things at you in a second. I've now said second too many times. Oh. And then the third advent that I treated myself to was the one from Blue Fern Yarns, which is Shannon, and hers was themed apothecary, and it is gorgeous. And I haven't started a project with that yet because I'm still percolating on what to make. So I'm just going to go and grab my finished thing. Here it is. I have worn this so much. I can't believe how much I've worn this. This is the Just Feel Festive shawl by Kalisha Ryan of the Quirky Monday podcast. I will link her underneath. She is such a creative soul. I love what she does. She's always so inspiring. And this is her pattern. Really simple crochet pattern. It's $1. So it's not even £1 for us here in the UK. Well worth it. Such a lovely pattern. I'm so happy with how it's turned out. I used a 3.25mm hook for this. My advent, this is the Green Lumpkin Yarn advent, the Enchanted Forest, and the first, it started here with the yellows into browns and went all the way through, and each day had a different little story to go with the colour, and we had little extras throughout the month, and we ended with this lovely orangey pinky red at the end here. I am so pleased with this. So I used a 3.25mm hook. The yarn is fingering weight, and I went for the 10g advent. You can do a 20g as well. And so this is 24 times 10. So this is 240 grams of yarn. And for the starting chain, so you have, where's my little book? Hang on. Did you hear my elbow click then when I got up? So this is my page. I've stuck all the little bits in from the advent so I can remember. These are all the little descriptions of all the colours. So I can remember what all the colours are called and what the little story was with them. Oh, sorry, I'm lying. I didn't use a 3.25mm hook. I used a 3mm hook, a Tulip Etimo Pink 3mm hook. And I started with a foundation, a single crochet foundation row. I think the pattern has you start with a chain, but I did the foundation single crochets. And I started with 96, which, because she tells you how many to start with, because I think it's written for DK weight, but you can make it with any weight. And she tells you what the multiple is that you need to start with. So I just started with 90 thinking that'll do and we'll see how it looks. And it turned out to just be perfect because I'll show you how it fits. I wear it as a scarf. So I wear it like this. Poof it out a bit, there we go. And I'll show you how far it comes down. I have to stand on the sofa. Oh, it's just perfect, nice and long, even going around my neck once, and you get this nice long drapey bits at the end, and the colours just look amazing. Oh my goodness, I love this so much. I'm going to keep it on. Really pleased with the colours, really pleased with the yarn, really love the pattern. I'm definitely going to start another one probably this month. So hopefully you'll see me doing that whilst we're filming. Actually, I'm going to take this off, otherwise I'm going to feel a little bit trussed up. And then with my curated yarn company one, the Retro Cocktail Christmas Party, I have been making the Getting Ziggy shawl, which is a pattern by Sandra Paul of the Cherry Heart podcast, who had a lovely vlogmas. So Kalisha Ryan of the Quirky Monday also did a vlogmas as well. And I don't know about you, but January for me is the perfect time for me to watch vlogmases, because I'm quite busy doing my own vlogmas in December. I don't have a lot of time to watch them, and I love watching them in January. I have had a whale of a time. You probably would have seen the B-roll before I've chatted to you of me sitting in front of the fire, winding up minis for this project and watching Nancy at Knit Zip Happy's vlogmas. It has been brilliant. So I've got all my minis in an IKEA food bag here. Got my pattern. And I am using for this where is it? I've actually had to stop because I've had a little, well, I'll show you, I'll tell you. Where's my hook? Here it is. I'm just using a clover hook 3.25mm for this. Again, it's fingering weight yarn, but these minis are 20 grams each, so I've got a lot more yarn. This pattern took me a while to get started and get my head around, but now that I've got it, it's easy peasy. Once you're a few rows in, maybe about 30 rows in, it starts to become second nature. It follows a 10-row pattern repeat. Oh my goodness, it's lovely. It's kind of an on the bias triangle. Really clever pattern. But I've had to stop because here, right, so here we are. We started here with this very delicate one. We went through to the green, the grey, another really delicate one, and through here. And I just feel that this one here is jarring a bit. Everything else is kind of very delicate tones, and that one I feel is just a bit too jarring for the colours. And I don't normally worry about stuff like that, but it's just bothering me. And to give you an example, this is the next colour that's going to come out. And then the rest of them, I'll hold them all up. This won't be in order, but I am just going to hold them all up to give you an idea of the tones of the colours that are coming up. So this is what's coming up, and there's nothing that's quite as dark as that one. Can I hold it all up together? I'll put this one around my neck so you can still see the next one that's coming up. And then I'll hold this like this, and then I'll try and hold it at the same time. Do you see what I mean? It just doesn't feel that that one quite fits. So I'm thinking I might take it out, even though it means ripping back about 25 rows. Let's take off this. Because I'd rather take it out now than have that jarring. But then, you know, it is part of the Advent and part of the story. Yeah, I think I'm going to take it out. I think it's just too jarring for me with all the other colours being so much softer. It's a beautiful colour, but I think it might be better off used in something else. I would say tell me what you think, but I'm probably going to make a decision about this before you have the opportunity to comment. You'll see later in the video, I'm sure. So I've got a whole load of stuff to clear up there. Okay, so today, like I say, I'm stuck at home. Something else that I'm going to be starting this month now that I'm feeling better is a huge clear out. Now, my plan for 2025 as far as my yarn, knitting, crochet goes is use and reduce. That is my thing that I've had in my head since late last year, is to use what I have and reduce what I buy. I have a lot of yarn. And I know it's not helpful. Okay, put it this way. I don't think, what do I want to say? I don't want to say, right, I'm not going to buy yarn, because that doesn't help yarn dyers if I suddenly announce I'm not buying any more yarn. However, I can't buy yarn if I don't need yarn. It's a very personal thing for me. And also, I'm not doing any yarn dyers any favours by buying yarn and then not using it and showcasing it and showing it off and showing what it looks like. And I think there's a difference between buying the yarn and using the yarn. And the point of buying the yarn is to use the yarn. I'm making no sense. So I want to concentrate this year on using the beautiful hand-dyed yarn and commercial yarns that I already have, so I can showcase it throughout the year and also get through some of my stash. And I want to really focus on crochet this year. It is my #1 love. I love knitting. I'll still be knitting throughout the year as well, but I've got so many things I want to make in crochet and so much yarn to do it with. So I'm going to the Waltham Abbey Wool Show on Sunday. Today's Monday. I'm going this Sunday with my friend Sarah, who is Yarn Mugs here on YouTube. We've gone for many years together, actually. It wasn't on last year, so we didn't go then, obviously. That would have been silly. But we are going this year, and I won't be buying any yarn, and I probably won't be buying any patterns or anything like that, but I love a yarn show. I love to film a yarn show and share the day with you. So I am really looking forward to that, and just, you know, it's an opportunity to socialise with other crocheters and knitters and crafters, and I just love a yarn show. Whether or not I come out with purchases or not. I'm sure I will buy something, but it won't be yarn. Yeah, so I hope that makes sense. I want to showcase the yarn that I've got, use what I've got, because that's the point of having it. Rather than just continuing to bring more and more stuff into my house and just turning my house into a yarn storage facility. It's getting a bit ridiculous. There's only so much I can wear as well, so I really want to make some stuff for other people this year. And my use and reduce is actually going to go into other areas of my life as well. There's a huge amount of clearing and getting rid of stuff that I want to do, so that my house feels like a clearer area for me to be able to concentrate on doing the creative things that I want to do, because quite often I'm distracted by what's around me and I don't feel that I can sit and do my crochet or my knitting or my drawing or my creative pursuits, because I feel that there's too much other stuff to do in the house. I want my house to feel like a sanctuary of creativity rather than, you know, a place to store stuff everywhere. I'm sure many of you will be able to relate to what I'm saying there. Okay, that was a completely unplanned introduction. So I hope it all made sense. I'm going to wind up this next mini, I think, and I think I am going to frog that. I can't get it out of my head. Let's lie it down on the floor and make a decision. Right, I've just been, I just messaged some of my crafty friends on WhatsApp and I sent them a video and all of them said, yeah, rip it back. So I feel like I've got, the hive mind has cemented what I think I already knew. My friend Sarah said, I think if you're already thinking about it, you already know you're going to do it. And she's completely right. So that's what I'm going to do. However, just sitting down on a random Monday in January just to do some crochet feels a bit decadent when I've got so much other stuff to do. So I think what I'm going to do is put my audiobook in and I'm going to go about and do half an hour of adult stuff and stuff that's on my list to do, and then I'm going to sit down and I'm going to do this. I've got a raging headache as well, so I'm going to drink plenty of water. Well, this is better, isn't it? It's now Wednesday, and over the past couple of days I have taken out the dark one that was bothering me. I put back in the one that was after it, and then the new colour, which was the purple, and now I'm on the next one as well. And I'm much happier. I'm really glad I did that. So I'm going to put a bit of work into that this evening. I also wanted to show you a couple of other things. I finished my cross stitch, so I was doing this over the course of December during Vlogmas. It was a lovely gift from Sandy, and I loved doing this. It's supposed to be outlined with black, but I did blue. It just felt more snowy, and I'm really pleased with how it turned out. And then from eBay, I ordered a pink flexi frame, thinking, oh, I'll see what it looks like, and I really love it. So I'm really pleased with that. I think it's a bit wonky, but it took me so long to get it in the frame. Honestly, I don't care. So I'm going to wrap that up and put it away with the Christmas decorations ready to put out on display. I've got another little finished cross stitch to show you as well, but I'll show you that in a minute because it's upstairs. I wanted to mention this. I got this a good 3 years ago now. It was a freebie with a subscription to Simply Crochet magazine that my mum bought me for my birthday. It is Shepier's Stone Washed River Washed colour pack. It's 78% cotton and 22% acrylic. I always was thinking of making a Battenberg blanket with this, but I would have had to buy more yarn for how I would have wanted it to look. Maybe more of the neutral. And I really, really, really don't want to add more yarn just to use yarn, if that makes sense. So I'm wondering if I need to give this up and donate it to either the charity that takes things at the Waltham Abbey Wall show this Sunday, or to someone in my mum's knitting group, because they do a lot of charity knitting and they're always happy to get scraps of yarn and things. But I'm wondering if after 3 years I haven't used it, maybe it's just time to say that I'm not going to use it. Like I said earlier, use and reduce is my mantra for this year. Do I really want to be tripping over a whole thing of lovely yarn, but yarn I'm not using when it could be being used by someone else. This is such a precarious balancing of my camera on the end of the bed. Hopefully it's not going to just fall that way, although it wouldn't be the end of the world, it's just a pile of ironing. So this is the other thing I wanted to show you. I actually finished this in my teens. I was 17 or 18 years old, and I worked on this as I was travelling to and from Geneva with my then boyfriend, and we went to Geneva for New Year's, which would have been in around 1996, 97, when I was 18 or 19. Oh no, 17 or 18. Anyway, you don't need me to work that all out. If you can hear banging and screaming and shouting and general ridiculousness, it's because Phoebe, my youngest daughter, has got 4 friends round. They're in the room next door, but also the girl next door, who's in a year above Phoebe, has also got about 1 million friends round. So I have retreated to the bedroom to try and get away from it all. And if you can hear a humming, it's the dehumidifier in the background, because we've also got washing, drying. Such is life. Yeah, so this was a cross stitch I worked on as I was travelling on the train to Geneva and home from Geneva, and I found it recently and I gave it a wash because it was really quite grimy. It's come out all right, it's still a bit dirty, and then I just ordered, no I didn't order, I went to Hobbycraft and I got a little flexi frame for it, and it just looks so cute. So the reason I did a cockatiel is because we had a cockatiel growing up. His name was Jasper. He flew into our garden one day, absolutely exhausted. We put notes up all over the neighbourhood, the local pet shop, everything. We never found his owner. So we got a cage, and then a bigger cage, and then he had the run of the house, and he lived with us for the rest of his days, and he was a real character. He was so funny. We all loved Jasper. So this is a little tribute to him. And yeah, but I did this, like I say, when I was 17 or 18 years old, found it, gave it a wash, and now I framed it. So I'm just going to sew the back in like that, and I can hang it up somewhere. I'm not sure where I'm going to hang it, but I am going to, because it's a lovely memory of a beloved pet, but also it's something I did so many years ago as well. So that's my 2 finished cross stitches. Very pleased, even though one of them I finished more years ago than I care to try and work out. Something else to show you, which is nothing to do with things I've made, but may help me, is I've got my first pair of glasses. They're reading glasses. They are literally only for reading. I don't even need them for screens. And I got them from Specsavers, so I got a spare pair as well. So this is the pair I'm keeping upstairs for when I read my book at night. Oh, the difference. My goodness, the difference these make. When I put them on, it's like all the words just come into focus. Well, of course, that's the whole idea of glasses, but I thought I'd just show you. It makes everything, like now the camera's blurry, but if I was to read something close up like this, it's brilliant. This is a card I got in the post. So these are my new reading glasses. Molecules. Right, I'm going to hide up here for a bit longer before I have to do dinner for the horde of kids that are here. And I'm going to watch a bit of YouTube, and I'm going to work on this, on my Getting Ziggy, because it's the only thing I really want to work on at the moment. I've got a couple of other projects on the go, which I've been working on and off, but this is what's taking my fancy this week. Hello, sorry for the buzzing in the background, it's the dehumidifier. I am home from work, it's Friday the 17th of January. I'm smiling because, well, look at the mess over there, let's not do that. I'm smiling because I've just got home from work and I'm in my pyjamas, and I'm going to read for half an hour before we have pizza and watch The Traitors. So that is lovely, but I just remembered I wanted to show you something. Because I've been waiting to open it since it arrived in December, but I wanted to open it on camera so I could show you it. Right, I'm going to put this down. So I'm going to do this at a slightly dodgy angle, for which I apologise, and also Dan might walk in a minute. So I have got my fabulous bag here by this Lizzie Sews. I saw the other day that I think she's finished doing these toadstool versions at the moment. I don't think she's got any other fabric left, but I think she's still making this type of bag, which is the frame. So it's got a rigid frame at the top. It's a zip bag, but when you open it, it's a rigid frame like that. Oh, I just love this bag. This has got a year's worth of Blanket Club minis in it from Suzanne at Green Lumpkin Yarns. I got her Secret Treasure Box Blanket Club throughout the whole of 2024. And you get 4 DK weight minis every month. So I've done November. I've been making them into the Weekender Blanket by Sandra of Cherry Heart. So I'm making hexagons with my minis, and now that I've got them all almost, I can put them all together and join them. So I'm gonna have to start using my brain and thinking about what colour I'm going to use to do that, what yarn and so on. Anyway, I've got the December ones, see? They're here, and I haven't even opened them, so I thought we'd do that together. So here's what the sticker was, Secret Treasure Box. Now she's doing the Blanket Club again this year, for 2025. And the theme is, do I have my phone? I think it's Beautiful Blooms. I'm gonna get it again. Let's go and have a look. Oh, Blooming Lovely, it's called. 2025 Blanket Club Blooming Lovely. Now live in the shop. 4 times 20 gram DK minis per month in either classic or sparkle. I'm getting classic again, which is what I did in 2024. Each month the colourways will be inspired by a different plant or flower. Oh, that is going to be fantastic. Oh, so this is the final Blanket Club for 2024 December. Oh, it's lovely. So if you haven't opened yours, which I'm pretty sure you will have done because you won't be watching this till February, look away now. But I don't think it's going to be a huge problem. The lighting is terrible. Oh my goodness, I love them. Look at this one. A bit easier to show you at this end, yeah. Oh, and this one, I love those peachy colours. Oh, lovely. Oh, I can't wait to get those into the hexies. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish the colour I'm working on tonight whilst we're watching the Traitors on my Getting Ziggy, because I then want to weave in the ends and take it with me to show Stevie at the Waltham Abbey Wool show. So the dyer behind that advent of the Created Yarn Company is going to be at the Waltham Abbey Wool show, so I want to take it along to show her. And then I'm going to get these balled up, ready to make into hexies. I have loved doing this project this year, or in 2024. Absolutely loved having a bit by bit monthly blanket on the go. So I'm now going to need to decide what I'm going to make in 2025 with my Blanket Club minis. What am I going to make? That'll be fun, doing a bit of research on that. Okay, I'm not going to do any of this right now though. I am going to spend half an hour reading my book. Nothing wrong with a chocolate digestive at 8:30 in the morning.
There is.
What? There's not
There's
two?
only one of them.
I've just realised I now can't speak to the camera because I've got a biscuit in my mouth. Good morning. It is now Sunday, the 19th of January. It's going so fast, January. I'm a bit sad about it because I really love this month. I'm just having a cup of tea, obviously, before I head off to the Waltham Abbey Wool show, which is where I'm headed today. I'm going to meet up with my friend Sarah, who is Yarn Mugs. My friend Kate is going with her lovely mum Barbara and her sister Claire, so it'll be really nice to see them as well. And I think I said before that I am bringing my Getting Ziggy shawl that I'm making with my Curated Yarn Company advent to show Stevie, who is the dyer behind it. So I'll show you a few snippets of what I get up to today. My intention is to film another complete vlog about my day, but I don't know if I'm in the zone for it or not. So I'll let you know. I'll let you know later what I intend to do. I'm hoping to film a little extra vlog or something. I have some ideas. So I packed my lunch. I picked up a little my favourite Marks and Spencer's lunch yesterday. Shall I show you? This is one of the kids' old little cool bag lunch boxes. It's got narwhals on it. And I've got one of Marks and Spencer's super nutty whole food salads. I love this. They do another version in the lunch section that's got like sesame hummusy type thing, but I didn't want like super garlicky. So I'll be talking to a lot of other crafters. Don't want to breathe garlic breath all over them. So I've got that. I discovered it because we did a magic bag, a Too Good To Go bag, and there was one of those in it, and I was like, oh, I'm not sure about that. And then I just fell in love with it. It's my favourite little lunch. So I've got that to take along with me, and some chocolate. And I'm really looking forward to it. So I'm going to have my tea. I'm maybe going to go and see if Sarah's uploaded her latest January vlog, so I can catch up with her before I see her. And the cat is trying to get... We don't have a cat. Let me show you what she's doing. Are you trying to get into the giant box, which is in no way practical for you to get in? Yeah, you are, aren't you? Would you like to get in that one instead? Yeah, that's a bit better, isn't it? Oh, got my camera thing there. There you go, now you've got a box. I've just arrived and Sarah said she's about 5 minutes away, so hopefully I'll find her in a minute. It's only about 9:30, but I can't go anywhere without being early. I'm really, I'm never late. Well, if I am late, it would have to, something would have had to have happened, like traffic or something. But I am one of these people that is perpetually early for things and then end up sitting in car parks. But it's nice. It means I'm here. I can just chill out, I can scroll through my phone and so on, and just, know that I'm here and that I don't need to worry. I'm going to have one of my little Moomin sweets. Monday. It is the 20th of January, I think, and it is the day after the yarn show before, and today is all about admin. I have been replying to messages, looking at comments, doing some content planning, editing, and I've also been doing domestic things. I really got to spend some time tidying and decluttering and things. So I've done a bit of that and done the shopping and the meal planning and all of the usual boring things. Yeah, so there's not much making going on here today at all. I've also got some presents to wrap for some upcoming birthdays, and I'm waiting in for the collection for that bath panel that you saw earlier in the vlog that's still in my living room. So not much to report on really. I'm hoping that I might be able to drop back in later with a little bit of making. I've also got to do a bit of extra filming for some content that I'm filming that you hopefully would have seen before this if all has gone according to plan. Feeling very overwhelmed. My use and reduce plan for the coming year, I'm struggling to get my head around sort of where to begin, particularly with my crafting and my yarn stash. And it's making me overwhelmed, which makes me less creative. So I've really got to get started on that. I've got to go and hunt for something in my stash in a minute. So I will take the opportunity then to maybe just get it straight in my head, just the extent of what I need to do, and maybe start writing some lists. That's a good place to start. Well, hello. It is Saturday, the 25th of January. I last filmed, oh, it's bright in here. Such a sunny day today. We've had horrendous weather and it's going to be horrendous tomorrow, but today I've just been out for an 8-mile walk. Stunning. Blue skies, sunny, fresh, cold, Beautiful winter's day. How's it going to be for light if I want to film in here though? Hang on. Okay, so I don't think this is the best in terms of angle nor light, but we're going to go with it because this is where my hexagons are that I want to show you. So it's been a really busy week. I've just had life stuff going on, work. I had to do my tax return. That's all done now. So I just haven't picked up the camera because I haven't been doing a huge amount of crafting, although I have been doing some. I've done tons of work on my Getting Ziggy, which I'll show you in a minute, because I've just loved working on it. I mean, a really easy routine, not routine. I've got into the rhythm of it. So I can pick it up and know where I am, and it's really, really lovely to have. Been working on that a lot whilst watching The Traitors. And then last night I started on my hexagons for my weekender blanket. I've got the final set of minis from December that I'm starting to make into the hexies, and then I'm going to get to lay it all out and choose what colour I'm going to use to join them, which is going to be really exciting to see all the hexagons, which are currently all in sections in my bag here, in bunches, and lay them all out and see how the blanket's going to look. It's going to be amazing. So I have been working on the December ones, and this is the blanket club from Green Lumpkin Yarn. And it was the secret treasure box, and I think I've already mentioned, I'm already realising that this format of videoing throughout the month and checking in every now and then is not going to work for my poor memory, because I pick up the camera and think I cannot remember for the life of me what I've already filmed or mentioned. But yeah, I think I did mention before that Suzanne at Green Lumpkin Yarn has got another year-long blanket club going, and it is, I've already said it, I know I have, so I won't try to make my memory work. So I have, so there's 4, you get 4 minis every month, and I have, oh, have I done it? Oh, I've actually finished 3 of them already. So I've got this beautiful one, which is like a peachy pink. So I've done all my hexagons for this one. I've just got to weave in all the ends, which I shall do later today. I love weaving in ends. And then this one's lovely. Kind of peachy, multicoloured, speckly grey. And then I've done all of this lovely green one with pink flip. I'll get that in a minute. Here's another one. There we go. And then the final ball, which I'll start later when we're watching The Masked Singer, is this one. So, and I have to say, a whole year's worth of yarn in hexagons. And you get 4 times 20 gram DK minis every month. So it's 12 times, here we go. So 20 grams times 4 is 80. 80 times 12 is whatever that is. That's the grammage that is in this bag. All of it is in here. And this bag is by this Lizzie Sews. I will link her underneath. It's fantastic. I can't believe that all of the hexagons, that's what I'm trying to say, fit in this bag. Fantastic. And it's now Saturday and it's Burns night, so I am filming a little Burns night vlog for my other channel, and I am tidying the house and doing Saturday type chores and baking a cake. So I'm going to get on with that, and then I will come back and show you my Getting Ziggy. Okay, so here is, I've laid it out on the bed to try and show you. It's getting really big now. So we've gone all the way down. This is the Getting Ziggy. I think there's a border that goes on this as well. I've just suddenly realised I'm going to have to think about that, about what I want to do, or even if I'm going to bother with the border, I just like it as it is, really. Yeah, so we're up to this one. So let me see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I've taken 2 out. So we are now on day 15. So we've got 9 more colours to go. I'm loving this. I have loved working on it, and I'm loving how it looks. I'm really looking forward to wearing it. I'll show you the 2 I've taken out. So you would have seen earlier in the vlog that I took this one out here, and then I took this one out as well, just because they're both so vibrant in contrast to all the other colours. But I was really pleased that I actually got to pull another one out, because now I've got 40 grams of beautiful yarn that I could use together, and look how nice they look together. I could stripe them in shorty socks with another colour perhaps. Oh, I just love those together. So they're definitely going to be used together in some way or another. And here is how my little notebook is looking. So I've written down all my information. I'll probably colour that in with some pencils. Cut bits out of the stuff that came with the advent. And I cut bits out of the bags because they were in these beautiful holographic bags. And there was quite a few of the Sucra miniatures in with it. So I kept one of the tags for those. And then I'm sticking all of the names in. So I've circled this one. That's the pink one I took out. I can't remember which one I took out. That was this one. So I'm going to need to work that out by watching this video back. And then I'll circle that one so I still know what they are. But I've still got them all here to refer to. So this final one is Marshmallow World. Good morning. It's Tuesday the 28th of January. I've totally lost track of everything I've been filming over the course of this month. It's a lot harder than it seems when you see people doing it. Well, for me it is anyway. I just thought I'd show you this because I haven't worn it in a while and I just suddenly felt the need to. I was watching my friend Sarah's vlogs over at Yarn Mugs and she was wearing one of hers. I've got a few of these as well, but this is my absolute favourite one. Oh, I can't remember the name of the yarn. It's an acrylic yarn in a cake. Why can't I remember it? I'll find out. It'll be written down somewhere and I shall link it underneath or put it on the screen. This is the Just Feel Better shawl by Cosying Ryan. It's an asymmetric triangle. Did I say that really quickly? Cosying Ryan of the Quirky Monday podcast. I will link it underneath. It's just I love it, and I love this yarn as well because it's acrylic. It's just like absolutely no prickle, nothing. Yeah, I love it. I'm just going to get my coat. So it's been a bit of an overwhelming week or two. I've been sort of getting my head around things I need to film and schedule and so on, and I'm nearly caught up with myself now. I spent all day yesterday making notes and planning and getting ready for filming my sort of roundup of the Strictly Sock Along, and so that's gone really well. It was really good fun to do it and sort of immerse myself in all the socks and everything and all the fun of it. So I've drawn all the prize winners now and I've just got to make my sort of roundup video and announce who's won what. I was going to do that today, but I woke up at 4:15 and I'm absolutely pooped, and it's also really, really dark today. It's chucking it down with rain. I'm going to put my hood up when I go out in a minute. I'm just going to pop out and go to, sorry, I keep disappearing. I'm just going to pop out and go to the supermarket and to the post office very quickly. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to do a little bit of editing whilst drinking tea. I've got a couple more notes to make for my video that I want to film, but I think I'm going to push the filming until tomorrow because I'm so tired. I don't want to put the pressure on myself to do that. So I'm going to mop up all the loose ends of things that I want to get done, that I can get done just sitting on the sofa. And I'm also going to schedule in plenty of sitting and making time today as well. I've also got a hospital appointment, just a routine thing, as a J poucher. And that's at the local hospital, which is about a 15-minute drive away. But if the weather clears up a bit, I'm probably going to walk there, which should take me about an hour and 15 minutes, because then I can squeeze my walk in, and Dan, my husband, can always pick me up to bring me home if I don't feel like I can do the walk home. But I don't know yet. So we're going to see how it goes. There might be walking, there might not be walking, there might be making, hopefully. There's definitely going to be a lot of tea drinking and sitting down. But first I've got to go out into the real world and get shopping and things like that. So I will see you in a bit when I'm probably sitting on the sofa. My goodness, it's so wet. I hope you can hear me. And it's also on a very busy road. But I have to share this with you very quickly, and if it doesn't come out sound-wise, I'll record it when I get home. But I'm just walking up the road, dual carriageway, towards the hospital for my appointment. And I just walked past someone going the other way, and they were walking along crocheting in the pouring rain. Walking and crocheting. I've never been so impressed in my life. It was amazing. I am back. Oh, it's not very good light, is it? I am back from my walk to and from the hospital. Hang on. Let's go and put this down. Right, I was going to sit on the bed to talk to you, but I've gone the whole hog and I've got in bed. So I walked about 4 miles, I think it was, to the hospital. It was quite windy and quite rainy and quite noisy. And then the hospital, it was just a routine appointment for my J pouch. It was all fine, which I knew anyway. But yeah, so and then I decided to walk back into town about halfway home. And Dan was on his way back from work and he met me there. We treated ourselves. Oh, and it's only Tuesday night. We went to Marks and Spencer's and treated ourselves to the Marks and Spencer's pizza offer. So you get 2 pizzas. They're quite big as well. And 2 sides. So I FaceTimed Phoebe and she chose the sides and her pizza. And then Dan chose his, so they got the deal. And then I got one, they had a new one, which is like an ultra thin one with really nice cheese and pesto. And I'm a sucker for pesto, so I got that one. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to that because it's really easy to just shove it in the oven, have it with a bit of salad. And yeah, I wasn't really feeling what we had planned for dinner and I was a bit like, and now I'm feeling like, oh, Marks and Spencer's pizza. But before we cook that, it's still, what time is it? It's 20 to 6. We're not going to eat for until about 6:30. And I'm just going to warm up in bed from being out in the rain and the dark and the traffic. And I am going to work on something new because I've just had some yarn arrive and it's really cute little, I love these bags that you get from Wool Warehouse. I always tick no bag and they always send a bag anyway. But no matter because I use them for all kinds of things. And in it I have got, so I ordered 2 types of cotton green because I wanted to see which green I prefer, and I already know which one I prefer. This one. So this is DMC Natura Just Cotton Medium. It's 50 grams and you get 75 meters. And this one is Rico Creative Cotton. It's a lovely green, but it's I might use this as well. And again, 50 grams, 85 meters, 100% cotton. And then I got white one as well. They're all the same weight. I don't know why I got the white one because I've got tons of white cotton, but I always use it, so that's fine. And I'm going to make my frog. This now has muddy paw prints on it, where the cat's come in with muddy paw prints and trodden on it where it was on the chair. I don't even have a cat. yeah, so it says here so this is what I picked up at the Waltham Abbey Wool Show. I'm not sure if I showed it on here because no, I wouldn't have done. So in the video before this one, I went to the Waltham Abbey Wool Show and I filmed it, and I did a little bit of an update of what I've been making, and I did a little bit of a vlog about my day out and so on. And at the end I said what I'd bought, and this was one of the things I'd bought at the Waltham Abbey Wool Show. It is Froggo by the Pigeon's Nest. And I was actually watching Pigeon, or Bex, at the Pigeon's Nest earlier when I was doing some crochet, and I was really enjoying her studio vlogs. So this year for her, it's the year of Froggo. So you make the frog, and then at the end of every month, I think for the last 10 days of every month, she's making available a little outfit that you can buy. So I've already got the January one, which is a yoga mat and yoga shorts. I just love it. So I got to make Froggo so I can then make his outfit. Look at his little pose there. Try not to get the pattern in. So I bought this at the Waltham Abbey Wool Show. What is the recommended yarn? Aran yarn in green, 50 grams. That's it. So this is Aran yarn, according to the Wool Warehouse, and it says I only need 50 grams. So it says a 3mm hook. I suspect I'll have to go down to a 2.75 because I'm a loose crocheter. So is there a gauge? There's no gauge, but I don't know why I'm looking for it because I never do a gauge swatch for Amigurumi. I just get the fabric I like and hope for the best. So let's start making our Froggo. I just opened up my hook box, and at some point I must have, it's not very like me, I usually put things where they're supposed to go. But I remember I started this at Christmas and then abandoned it, so I must have just been in a rush to tidy up when we had guests coming. But it's a little bauble decoration. Isn't that clever, the way it does that swirl? So the pattern I printed off on the internet is called Spiral Christmas Balls. Duas Ateris. If I can find, sorry, it's just a really bad printout. If I can find the link to the pattern, I'll pop it underneath. I think you're supposed to do it around a polystyrene ball. Might pop to Hobbycraft. Sorry, you're just seeing the background here. Yeah, I might pop to Hobbycraft to get a polystyrene ball to see if it's the right size, but that's so cute. I'm going to have to keep going with that. I'd like those colours together, pink and green. It would be lovely on the tree. Also, can we just say, oh look, I already had green cotton. I am using a 3mm hook because I don't have a 2.75mm hook. Well, I do, but I can't find it. Also the pink and the green. But I do think it's a bit gappy. However, having said that, I think you only stuff the body, and I'm going to use nylon, you know, like pop socks. Is that in focus even? Anyway, so I'm going to keep going. I'm enjoying the combination. Love this colour green. So I'm going to stick with it. Good morning. It is now Saturday morning. It's actually the 1st of February. I couldn't film on the actual last day of January because I was at work. I had a very busy day the last couple of days. You know what I mean. The last couple of days I've been in the day job and it's been a really busy time. So I'm coming in now to wrap up this monthly vlog and also to give you a update on Froggo, which you would have seen me working on in the last few clips. So I am a little bit concerned about my yarn situation because I only ordered 50 grams and I'm not sure that I'm going to have enough. However, well, I'll show you. So I've made Froggo's body. That's his mouth. There we are. So I'm not entirely happy with the fabric that I got. I think I would have preferred to use a 2.75mm hook, but I couldn't find it. So I used a 3mm as per the pattern. Where I've stuffed it, I have put the stuffing inside of a piece of pop sock, you know, tights, nylon tights, to stop the stuffing from coming out. So I'm not concerned about that. And, you know, what a great green colour it is. But I may, if I do have to order some more yarn, I may order enough to do a smaller version. I might order another 2.75mm hook at the same time, because Froggo's going to go through the year with me with lots of outfits, and I want to make sure that he's exactly as I want him. If I end up with 2 or 3 Froggos, so be it. So I've made all the component parts for his eyeballs, and I love making amigurumi, but something I don't like doing is making limbs, and all of the toes of Froggo are made separately. So I've made 9 toes, or 4 sets of 3 toes. No, that doesn't add up, does it? 12 toes. So here they all are. That's what I've been doing the last couple of evenings. So many frog toes. So yeah, I've got the body done, all of the toes and everything for the eyeballs. So all I've got to do now is make the legs, just to remind you of what Froggo looks like. So I've got to do is arms and legs, and this is what I've got left. I haven't weighed it. So it could be enough, but looking at it, I don't think it is. How many rounds are the legs? So the arms are 16 rounds each, and the legs are 21 rounds. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to have enough, but we'll see. And in my next update, whether that's a monthly update like this or a proper podcast, I will let you know. So hopefully we'll have at least one finished Froggo, and one in his yoga outfit. Yeah, so I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this slightly different format. It's always fun for me to do something new and to film in new ways. It's really interesting to me. I enjoy it. I hope you have too. Let me know if you like this format and you'd like to see more like that. I will be back with a proper podcast as well. The next video on this channel is going to be the Strictly prizes and Strictly sock along wrap up. I've now got all of my notes ready to film that either today or tomorrow, and I know who all the prize winners are and everything like that. So that is going to be really, really fun to film. So that will be next week. So you will be watching, this is going to go up on Sunday the 2nd of February, and then the following Sunday is going to be when I release the Strictly video. Yeah, and I've just been editing this, and I realised right at the beginning I said I was hoping to start another Just Feel Festive shawl this month, and obviously I haven't done that, but editing it reminded me that I said that, so I might do a bit of stash diving later to see what I want to make that with. I do have a couple of ideas from advents that I've got from past years that I haven't used yet, so watch this space. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, happy knitting, happy crocheting, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye.